Major Mohammed Ali Shah, defense expert, is joining us live. Major Shah, how important is this that convoys are not stopped, are not blocked, and what do you make of the CM's latest statement on the violence?
Uday, I totally concur with the Chief Minister that the violence is not the way. Peace should be maintained and highways should not be blocked. Because an eye for an eye would make the nation go blind, and it would make everyone go blind over here. And revenge is not khoon ka badla. Khoon is not the right way. I mean, revenge is never the right way. Two wrongs do not make a right. If you have been wronged and you say, "Oh, out of anger, I've been wronged, I will teach them a lesson," it's never the way. That's not the correct way at all. As Leo Tolstoy also wrote in the book, the famous novel War and Peace, being peaceful is better than being right. Let's give peace a chance. I mean, that is not the way. I mean, to block highways, to block the lifeline. I mean, I am told I have been in touch with my former colleagues from the Assam Rifle, from the army. They're all having a tough time. It's because everyone's concerned about the peace for Manipur. And when I say people are concerned for the people of Manipur, it is not aligned to Meiteis, not aligned to Kukis. Everyone should get a peaceful hearing, quiet hearing, and because that's what happens then. You pour your heart out. When you pour your heart out, you feel lighter. And everyone should be treated with empathy. If you put your hand on the shoulder and we say we understand your pain. And so many families have been displaced. The wounds are so deep. The cut is so deep. It would take time to heal. I will not make out of blue statement it'll heal overnight and become friends, shake hands and become friends and shake hand and it's all forgotten. Well, in 97, 98, when there was a Kuki clash in Churachandpur, where the Kukis were driven out from North Manipur and they were sent to Churachandpur. That time, the Zomi tribe over there, they were the Paite Zomi. In fact, there was a clash. There was a very big clash, and the whole lot of people were misplaced at that time. But it was an in-house clash. They slaughtered a bull, and the next day they were invited by the respective communities, and they made friends once again. And I was present on the soil of Manipur when all this was going on over there at that time. And this is a stage where I would say I recon with the Northeast much more than my own hometown. That's how I feel, that's how strongly I feel for the Northeast. They are very good people, very cultured people. They are people of principles and such a beautiful state, not only in terms of scenic beauty, but the tribal culture. It's so wonderful, it's so beautiful there. And these people, they are the best of friends when they have to be friends. They'll stand by you, they'll give their life for you. And they are the worst of enemies. If anyone messes with them, anyone takes enmity with them, they can even give their life for that. So that should not be the case. I mean, they are always time for peace. It's never too late, or not all is lost from both the communities. I mean, the Meiteis have suffered, the Kukis have suffered, the pains of losing their near and dear ones. I'll give an example. I'll quote an example of the correct case study over here would be quoting Singh, the 7-year-old baby boy. I mean, he was shot in his head. No one knows whether it was actually aimed for him or it was an accidental fire, that no one knows. And there was no doctor that time present. The Assam Rifles lent full support. There was no doctor, so the father was taking him in an ambulance. It was with the police. 2 cars went. He was stopped by the Mera Pabais. Mera Pabais, I've dealt with them personally. They've been very, very sweet, very, very gracious. They do a lot of good social work, but when it comes to a social cause, they will stand through thick and thin. They were stopped by a mob. It was led by Mera Pabais, and then that ambulance was charred, was burned to death, and in fact, his mother incidentally was a Meitei, imagine, Meitei Christian, who was accompanied by Singh's aunt Lydia, who was also a Meitei Christian, when they were not spared. And thereafter we saw a violence once again. The Chief Minister was visiting a village at 2:30 in the afternoon, and once again firing broke out. 9 people have lost their lives, 10 have been grievously wounded. The ministers are not spared over there. The only sole Kuki minister's house was burned, who was not there at that time present. She was in Delhi. And now once again, the Minister of State of External Affairs, his house is burned. I would not like to take the community's name over here, because both the communities are getting a very, very bad deal. They're having a tough time, both of them. And my urge is, let's have a very balanced, a neutral panel who would not side with either Kukis or Meiteis, who would be balanced for the people of Manipur, for the people of India who generally care, who are patriotic, and everyone's patriotic at the end of the day. I mean, it'll be wrong to cast aspersion on any particular community that so-and-so is this, so-and-so is that. Everyone is the son of the soil. So they need a patient hearing over there, and peace has to come at any cost. I mean, I heard in an interview, a lady from Manipur was saying that, if the riots in other states could be controlled within a few hours or some time, why is it beyond a month, a week, and a week further, and days and days? Why? I think it's about time. It's about time. Enough has been lost of property, human life, small children, women, elderly. I mean, it's only raging people. It's only getting them more angry. It has to be put at any cost. It will give the opposition again a chance to go and attack. Rahul Gandhi over there is saying, why is Prime Minister not visiting Manipur? So it will give a lot of. So I think it should be put an end to it. And I strongly feel that the Prime Minister, when he speaks, when he says he's a great leader, people listen to him. People actually listen to him. They follow him. I mean, he should speak once. It would really add a lot of balm, a lot of medicine to their wounds. Secondly, if the army is actually caught up, because army, though there was Special Armed Force Special Power Act, which was uplifted from Imphal Valley some time back, now when the army is called out, I think army can sort out the mess because people have faith in the army. It's totally neutral. It's totally unbiased. There was an aspersion on a few Maite officers from the army earlier, but it was laid to rest later on. Then later on, the Koki community agreed also that was just out of mistake, out of sheer misunderstanding. And we have spoken about it personally. I took very personal offense to it. How can anyone cast aspersion on army officers? If in the army, we do not see who's Maite, who's Kuki, who's Muslim, who's Hindu, who's Sikh, who's Christian. We only follow one religion, that's the Indian Army. The country, the nation comes first, always and every time. The honor, welfare, and command of the men you command comes next. So it's a Chetwood credo which we follow in the army, which is the safety, honor, welfare of your country comes first, always and every time. The honor, welfare, and comfort of the men you command comes next. Your own ease, comfort, and safety comes last, always and every time. So we need people with balanced views who do not side with people who actually. And again, one more thing I would like to point out to that. One last thing I will conclude. A lot of people, if you are getting a panelist from the Kuki community, unfortunately, they would be comment on YouTube from the Maite community. If you're getting somebody from the Maite community, you're getting balanced people.
All right. Major Shah, we'll have to leave it at that. Thank you for joining us with your view on that story.